Hello again, friends. My longtime viewers and subscribers might recall a video series I did in 2020 and the pandemic, where I went over K-pop songs that were intended for other artists. There are a lot of great backstories to the songs we know and love, and it's interesting how some of them could have easily have gone to other artists in the music industry. So far, I've already discussed 80 K-pop songs across 4 videos, and if you haven't seen the other videos, I'll be linking them all in the description below. And now, I'll finally be ready to do a part 5 to discuss a new batch of songs for you all. But before we get started, please do me a huge favor of hitting those like and subscribe buttons for me. It really helps me out here on YouTube, and while you're at it, follow me on Twitter and Instagram at DareToBe. Thank you all so much for your love and support over the past few years. With that being said, let's get started with part 5. Part 5 of K-pop songs intended for other artists. Back in 2020, legendary singer Boa celebrated her 20th anniversary in K-pop with her 10th Korean album. It was an amazing milestone in the industry where the average K-pop act only lasts a few years. She released the title track Better for that album, but during an interview with the SM founder Isuman poked fun at Boa for rejecting Don't Call Me after he pushed her for her to do it. Boa said she thought Better fit the choreography she was working on at the time, so she chose Better over Don't Call Me. Fans didn't know who would get the song until a few months later when SHINee made their grand return with Don't Call Me. The key was lowered to suit the boys more, and SHINee made the song their own. VIXX shocked many with the release of Chained Up and its BDSM-like concept in 2015. It went with the quote-unquote Slaves of Love theme. Really, is that what it was? I just thought it was just a kinky concept, if you ask me. Anyways, however, Ravi revealed shortly after the song's release that he initially came up with the concept during the production for the new VIXX LR promotions between he and Leo. However, he creatively went a different direction for the subunit, and the song's concept he originally envisioned came to be a few months later with Chained Up. The original Brave Girls made their debut in 2011 and had lukewarm success in their first 2 years. Despite working with the famed producer Brave Brothers and even being named after them, their success was not guaranteed. There were plans to work on a full-length album for the group in 2014, but Brave Girls would ultimately go on hiatus for several years. And in that period, Brave Brothers worked closely with AOA and helped create the songs that made them household names. According to Brave Brothers, songs like a Cat, Heart Attack, and Miniskirt were all songs that could have gone to Brave Girls but instead went to AOA, simply because of timing issues and what we now know as a transitional period for Brave Girls. Brave Girls returned several years later in 2016 with 5 new members, and one of the quote-unquote AOA sounding songs that actually made it to Brave Girls was High Heels, which came out in 2016 under the new lineup. In a now deleted video on his personal YouTube channel, the producer SHINee, who was behind CRAVITY's Ooh Ah, talked about how he created the song. He revealed that his group originally pitched the song to the Boyz because of its similarities to their catalog, but they passed on it. They knew that the song would be snatched up quickly, and within a month, Starship took it for CRAVITY's 2020 album, and it instantly became a fan favorite. This led to a music video and follow-up promotions 2 months later after the EP's release. Day 6 member Sungjin helped write and produce Afraid, and as the primary songwriter, he provided the vocal guide for the group in a raw and emotional state. The other members were blown away at his take of the song and knew that the song was truly meant to be his. It was indeed supposed to be a solo track, and despite it being ultimately sung by the group on Day 6's 2020 The Book of Us, the Demon album, fans were treated to the Sungjin solo demo months later on the day he announced his military enlistment. In an interview on the popular SBS YouTube show MMTG, Teen Top's Niel revealed that Bad Boy was originally meant to be his band's song as a part of the new concept for them. But the label decided to go in a different direction and instead gave them the cheerful yes, but Bad Boy in another way. No More Perfume on You in 2011. We all know what that song's about. Anyway, the song was then shelved by Top Media before it was finally given to the new debuting boy group 100% as their official debut song in September 2012. Excuse me. 100%'s catalog of music was absolutely amazing and y'all sucked on him so damn hard. Did you need coffee? Clearly you needed coffee. The nitro shit that I already put in my veins because it gives me that jolt that I don't ever sleep on things like that. The coffee is bitter just like my heart. Yeah, sure, I haven't slept in 72 hours, but you know what? I don't sleep on K-pop bops like you do.
Just tell me what you're waiting for. Baby, I've been waiting for. You want this time I'm faded.
BLACKPINK fans are well aware of how little promotion the girls get in their run, which is also expected if you're going to be a YG Entertainment stan. That may be some bitter tea, but that's also hashtag facts if you've been in this K-pop game for as long as I have. We have seen it time and time again, honey. Do I need to remind you of why I need to drink the bitter coffee? Anyways, when the documentary for BLACKPINK's Light Up the Sky released on Netflix in 2020, the mentioning of Rosé's hashtag Rosé all day solo song appeared a few times throughout the movie. Fans were quick to hear Rosé singing what was thought to be her solo song be none other than Somi's What You Waiting For, which came out just a few months before the documentary's release in 2020. A song produced by YG's in-house producer Teddy, fans speculated that it was either supposed to be Rosé's or she was simply recording the audio guide for it. Neither of which was confirmed, but the song ended up becoming the second solo hit for Jeon Somi. During a KCON New York panel in 2018, producer Ryan Jeon said that VIXX and SHINee pulled a switcheroo with each other's songs. SHINee was scheduled to have 4 Walls as the title track to their Odd album, but they wanted View while VIXX preferred 4 Walls instead. In his explanation, Ryan went on to say that sometimes they produce songs with the intended artist in mind, but sometimes it does not suit them as well as they thought. In this case, the songs were switched and the fans of both groups were pleased with the results. During the same KCON New York panel in 2018, producer Ryan Jeon also revealed that he produced the upbeat retro jazz song Love Bug for Twice. However, after explaining that some songs don't suit certain artists, he said Love Bug didn't work out quote-unquote nicely for Twice, and so he gave it to GFRIEND, and they loved it. It was then featured on their 2018 album Time for the Moon Night. In a V-Live interview back in 2018, BTS member Suga revealed that he intended for Seesaw to be a group song, as it was a song he wanted his bandmates to take part in. However, after putting more time into it, he seesawed, and that was a pun, thank you very much, and decided to rearrange it as a solo project for himself, and even wanted to challenge himself and make it an idoless-like song with vocals and choreo. In a 2019 V-Live episode, rapper Hansei of VICTON reminisced how the song Escape that was recorded by VIXX was originally meant for them. Hansei even wrote and recorded the rap for the possible version, but the song ultimately ended up with Ravi and went on to VIXX's 2018 Eau de VIXX album. Hansei said that Ravi complimented his rapping skills and got to meet his dog, so, you know, that was nice. On an appearance of the SBS TV show Tiki Takar, okay, that sounded really weird coming off my tongue. The Brave Girls were asked by MC Super Junior Kyuhyun if there were songs that their famed producer Brave Brothers produced that they wish they could have had. They explained that the huge 2012 hit Alone by SISTAR was originally meant for the original Brave Girls' lineup. However, in a similar case like how I mentioned AOA's tracks, the original quintet were simply quote-unquote not ready for the track, and thus Brave Brothers gave it to SISTAR. The current lineup of Brave Girls then proceeded to sing a cover of Alone to show how they would have done it. As many K-pop fans know, TVXQ had a very successful hit in 2008 with Neurotic. And many fans may also know about the monumental lawsuit of the 3 now JYJ members that sought to nullify their contracts in 2009. After the filing, their Korean promotions were put on hiatus, and after the members were granted their departure from SM Entertainment, TVXQ finally came back as a duo in January 2011 with Keep Your Head Down and Maximum. In the now leaked dance practice online for Maximum, fans noticed that the track was originally recorded with all 5 members, where many speculated it was to be the comeback track set for the 5-member group in 2009. Obviously, due to the circumstances mentioned, Yoonho and Chungmin re-recorded the track to become the song they released on the 2011 album. I discussed this story as well as many others on my Cancel K-Pop Comebacks video series on this channel. You should check it out. I'll provide the links also in the description. Again, because I'm hoeing myself out on this channel, thank you very much. Well, that's it for today, friends. Can you believe it? I have managed to do 5 parts to this video series. I was happy to revisit this topic again, and I hope you all enjoyed it and learned something. Don't forget to check out the other parts in this series if you haven't already. Hit those like and subscribe buttons for me. Thank you for watching and for stopping by. Check out many more of my videos, and I shall see you next time.